y'all doing today? My name is Clarissa Jacobs. I'll be giving y'all insight on prison versus military. Title of my speech is Two Sons, One Heart, Different Paths, as you can tell from where my comparison is coming from. No one knows the way life is going to take them, but life has its different ways of giving you choices and directions of how you're going to go. As a mother of four, I have pairs, two and two. My boys have experienced these both paths and different dynamics of decision making. One has been to Louisiana correctional system, and one is in a military system with the United States Marine Corps. As a mother and a student of criminal justice, I have studied both paths. I have even also walked both paths individually, so I have much knowledge of both systems. Today I'll be explaining to you the prison life, what it consists of, what Marine boot camp training consists of, how these two compare to one another, and what I have learned with walking with both of them. When it comes down to my oldest, his name is Deshaun. He has been in the Louisiana correctional system for almost 5 years of his life, since age 18. Before taking him through the prison walk, I sent him to Youth Challenge program, which is ran by the Louisiana National Guard. There, I thought deterrence and transformation would have changed, but all it did was give him resistance of rules and regulations and laws. A lot of his decision making made it where he ended up going into the prison system, which made my fight even more harder for him because of the lack of knowledge of where he was going into the system for. Prison is set up where they don't have no privacy. Communication is very rare unless you have money to be able to communicate with your loved ones. As in Moore 2003 explains, the lack of privacy consists of monitoring can lead to emotional stress and isolation. The emotional impact of being incarcerated and not having family members takes a toll on every young man, regardless of race or color. They are isolated, sometimes only getting an hour of outside time where they feel the sun, where they are constantly watched. Their freedom is taken. They are stripped of their identity while they're in there, while they're getting from taken from their daily clothes to being into their jumpsuit. They're all matching from suit to socks to drawers to slippers, even down to the soap, the socks, everything. Only thing difference in there is if they don't have the money to survive, prison food and their things will not make their stay any more safer, will make them deterrents to bad behavior. So keeping connections with your loved ones when they go into a system like this, because you can either make a change or you can break them. According to Savard and Wrangler 2002, most prisoners live under constant supervisions and restrictions and very little personal freedom, as I just said. They can't walk outside and say, I'm going to the store like we can. They have to get their store on the commissary. And if we don't give them anything, as in fun wise, they don't get to enjoy the outside world stuff that we get to enjoy and take granted for. When it comes down to military, you can see how the prison shapes them mentally, physically, and emotionally, as well as the U.S. Marines. I have my son Joshua. He had a choice to make. He was 13, baby wise. He could have been a product of his environment or chose something different to do. So instead of him being a product of environment, he chose to go into the military system, which basic training is 13 weeks of intense, crucial training, mental, physical. All your endurance is poured into the dirt when you are there. Your emotional status is broken completely, but they rebuild them back into a transformation of a soldier. So sometimes they don't come back as your normal child that you sent off to them because of all the experience and structure they have to go dwell. They also have to sleep in bunks. They have a certain meal time. They have a certain sleep time. Even when communicating, they only communicate through writing letters. And you can only communicate with your loved one with writing letters as well. It's no phone conversation, no video calls, no none of that. The last phone conversation you will get was when they make it to that base. And I hope you're up to get that phone call because if not, you will not hear from your child, but through a letter 2 weeks prior of him being gone. They are stripped of their identity as well. When coming into basic training, their hair is cut bald. They are stripped from their worldly clothes. They are placed in clothes that are matched like everyone else, all the way down to the socks, the shoes, the underwears, to the muscle shirts. So, toothbrush, everything is alike. Nobody is nothing different. They follow very structured rules, structured courses, all things that builds them into being able to stand against national destruction. When it comes to comparing them, their discipline and structure and transformation, isolation is the same as being in prison, as being in military. They are all bunked up in one room, males. Some prisons don't have cells, they have dorms. So Joshua as well had to sleep in a dorm like setting. He was isolated off from family just as well as Deshaun was isolated off from family and friends. Inside those both facilities, they found bonds to grow with other males that shared emotional paths just like them. So they grew new family members. It transformed them to be the young men that they are today. Deshaun is still kind of rough on the edges, and Joshua is still clueless and still needs structure and guidance. But they are suitable young men that I can say that they're my sons. Prison life and Marine Corps training involves strict rules, emotional, situational, and personal growth. If they choose to volunteer, which both of them are volunteer, they both volunteer. You can volunteer, make whatever decision you make. As a mother, I have seen both of my boys walk these paths. I have endured both of their hardship. I have heard both of their cries. I have heard both of their enlightenments. Not all young men in prison get certificates, but mine have. So that was an achievement. So you can say transformation is given under any circumstances by choice. This is why I give praise to every mother before me and what my mother for giving our family the understanding that history can be rewritten in any type of dynamics, whether you're in the prison or you in the U.S. Marines. It's how you take it and what choices you make. And as being a mother, you have to stand by your child and make sure that your child know that you're there through any decisions. Watching TED Talk, Mr. Benny also showed how transformation of an inmate can happen. He once year did prison times in a federal correctional system and have came out and be able to reflect on his past and teach other young men and ladies how transformation can take place into something as beautiful as a rose. Doing my research for Joshua and the Marines, I came across our black historical Marines. They endured all kind of hardship, torture, pain, and injustice. But out of all regiments, they showed the most strength, accountability, and loyalty. So don't ever think that wherever you come from, that you cannot stand on the ground that's foundation for you. As long as you have a supportive person behind you as a parent, or not even a parent, as long as they support you, you can be anything that you want to be. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.